Hey, are you ready to get stronger and sweatier? I have a circuit planned for us that we'll do 4 rounds through. It's only 5 exercises, but they're challenging, of course. It's going to require a kettlebell or a dumbbell. You can use either one, they're both fine. And we'll go through 4 rounds of 10 to 12 repetitions each. And this is Mayu. Shams, my usual co-star, will be coming in to join me soon. So grab some water, grab a kettlebell or a dumbbell that's kind of a medium weight, and meet me back here for our workout. So we're going to start with the kettlebell swing. You can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell. If you use a dumbbell, you're going to hold it with both hands, a single dumbbell, and it'll work the same way. If you're using a kettlebell, you're going to grab it with both hands. You want a medium wide stance. What we're going to do is hinge at the hips. Notice that my back is flat, my chest and face are still up. And I'm going to let this kettlebell just kind of swing against my inner thighs. Use my hips to pop it up. So this is a thrusting of the pelvis. I don't want you trying to raise the kettlebell with the arms. We're not really doing the shoulder work. This is primarily for hips and glutes. So that's what your swing is gonna look like, all right? So you're gonna hang on with both. And let's go ahead and do a set of 15 for this first set, since it's kind of a warm-up. So get ready, and here we go. Remember, pop the hips. Arms are relaxed. "12, 13, 14, and 15. So again, if you're using a dumbbell, just hold it with both hands and it works the same way. Now, our second exercise is going to be a standing exercise for the triceps. This is often called an overhead triceps extension, sometimes called a French press. If you're using a single dumbbell, hold it on the ends. If you're using a kettlebell, hold the kettle, not the horn, right? And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see all of me. The arms are going to go straight up and overhead. I want you to keep your elbows close in by your ears, not flared out to the side. You're going to bend your elbows, let the weight come behind your head, press all the way straight to full extension at the top. All right, these will count. Here we go. 1, 2, control the weight. This is for the back of the arm, the triceps. That one's 5. Make sure those arms stay close into your head. 2 more by my count, and I might have lost count, but it's the first set. We could do extra if we need to. And that's it. Fantastic. So you've done a kettlebell swing, you've done a tricep extension. Now we're going to do something a little more exciting. It's going to work your back, your shoulders, your core, kind of all sorts of fun stuff. If you're using a dumbbell, just as easy to do this. If you're using a kettlebell, you're going to set it off to the side. So here's what this is going to look like. It's a plank pull through. So you're in a plank. Your kettlebell is going to be off to the side. You're going to reach under with one arm, grab the kettlebell, pull it through and put it outside. Put that hand down, reach under, grab your kettlebell or dumbbell, pull it through and put it down. So if you need to modify, you can do this from your knees if holding a plank for this long is a challenge. You can also do this from your forearms if your wrists are not happy. However, it's a little harder to drag something underneath you if you're that low to the ground. So just know, if you need to, body can be in a straight line and you can do the pulls, or you can be on your toes, but you're gonna have a harder time, you can be on your forearms, but you're gonna have a harder time pulling the weight underneath you, all right? So we're gonna do 12 total. It's 6 in each direction. So get your kettlebell or dumbbell, set off to the side. Come into your plank position, and here we go. Pull it underneath, set it off to the side, stabilize yourself, and switch. That's 2. And 3. 4. Take your time with these. You don't get points for speeding through. That one's 6. You want to stay stable. Keep your core engaged. That's 10. And 12. All right. Since we're already down, we're going to stay down. That was your 3rd exercise. Our 4th exercise is going to be a pullover, straight-armed pullover. This is for the back, for the lats, for the shoulders, and a little bit of the chest. And the challenge is to make sure that your arms stay straight during the movement. If you start to bend the elbows, it becomes a tricep exercise, and we already did that. So, I'm going to kind of turn a little bit sideways here. You're going to lie on your back and hold a single dumbbell on either end, or hold your kettlebell by the actual kettle, not the horns. And the idea is this: my arms are going to stay straight. I'm going to bring them as far behind my head as possible. For me, that's actually touching the floor. And then keep the arms straight, bring it straight up over my chest. So I want you to take your time with these. Reach the weight as far back as you can go. If you can't get to the floor, that's fine. But try and go to the end point of what you're capable of, and then press straight up and overhead. All right, let's make these count. Here we go. 1. Take your time with these. So that's the great thing about this circuit. It's not like a Tabata. We're not trying to rush through. We're paying attention to our form, keeping our muscles engaged. When I'm doing these, I like to focus on my lats. That's the muscle that's kind of underneath your armpits on your back. Those are the muscles that you want to contract to bring the weight up and over the chest. I think we're on about number 9. If you're keeping track with me, I could be off by 1 or 2, but who cares? We'll call that one 10, so let's do 2 more. And 12. All right. Set your kettlebell or dumbbell off to the side and come up to sitting, because our core exercise is going to be a seated one. Now, this is I call them clap, tap, tuck ups. You may call them a 4-letter word by the time we're done. So what we're going to be doing, and I just want you to do your best with these, the feet are not going to touch the ground, and you're not going to be lying back. You're going to be balancing on your tailbone. Chest is lifted. You're going to lean back. We're going to take both feet off the ground. My arms are out to the side. It's kind of like boat pose in yoga. Now, I'm going to bring my right knee up and clap behind it and extend the right leg out, not touching the ground. Left knee up, clap behind it, extend the leg out. Both knees up, clap underneath. That's 1, and we'll do a total of 5 for 15 of these. These are going to count. Join me. Here we go. Clap. Both legs. That's 1. Tap and clap. That's 2. Right leg, left leg, both legs. That's 3. 4. And 5. Awesome. So you should have felt that in your abdomen. You should have also felt it a little bit in the hip flexors and the quads. And so you'll notice a lot of these exercises are kind of compound exercises. They emphasize a particular muscle, but you've got lots of other muscles that are accessories or helpers, and so you're actually really getting a full body workout. Okay, so that was circuit number 1. Not so terrible, right? Grab yourselves a drink of water, and let's get serious now that you know what you're doing, and we'll do the next few rounds. All right, friends, it's round 2. Grab your kettlebell or dumbbell. Let's go for kettlebell swings. And since I'm feeling perky, I'm gonna say let's do 15 again. Let's just kind of stick with that. Why cheat ourselves, right? We wanna be stronger, we wanna be fitter, we wanna be healthier. That's why we're doing this work, right? So let's get the full benefit. So grab your kettle, medium wide stance, or dumbbell, and here we go. Swing it, remember, use your hips. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, remember you're either gonna hold your dumbbell on the end caps or hold the kettle itself and not the horn. And we're gonna do those French presses, overhead tricep presses, whatever you wanna call them. Arms are up, elbows point forward, and your upper arms are by your ears. Let the weight come down behind you, push the arms all the way up, full extension. 2, take your time with these. 3, so the lowering down is just as important as the lifting up. This one's 5. We pay attention to form. We make sure our arms are straight at the top. We make sure we feel it in our triceps. That one's 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Awesome. Okay, are you ready for those pull-throughs, those plank pull-throughs? Set your kettlebell or dumbbell off to the side. Get yourself in your plank. I'm going to do these at a little bit of an angle for you this time. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Grab it, pull it out, set it off to the side. 2, keep your plank in good form. 3, if you can. 4, modify when you need to. That one's 6. 8. Take your time with these. 10. And 12. Nice job. From here, we transition onto our back to do our pullovers. So remember, if you're grabbing a dumbbell, you're going to hold it on the end caps again. If you're using a kettlebell, grab the bell itself, the round part, not the horns. All right. And by the way, knees are bent because that helps you keep your back flat. You'll notice you get a little bit of an arch in this exercise anyway, and you don't want to overarch. All right, here we go. Try and keep those arms straight. That weight comes all the way back. You're trying to fire the muscles underneath your armpits on the back to get this weight to come. Those are your lats, which is short for latissimus dorsi. Here we go. 2, 3, focus on the muscle you're using. 4, pay attention to your form, try and keep those arms straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're controlling it in both planes of motion. 11. And 12. Put your dumbbell or kettlebell off to the side. Come up to sitting. It's time for the abs. Woo! Tap claps. All right. Chest is lifted. Feet are up. Here we go. Right leg, left leg, both legs. Right, left, 2, right, left, 3, right, left, 4, right, left, and 5. Nice job, just like that. That's round 2. Hydrate. Join me right back here for round 3. All right, if you're doing 4 rounds, you're halfway through your workout. That's a really nice place to be. So let's go ahead and kick it up and grab the kettle or dumbbell and prepare for our 3rd set of swings. And as I said, we're gonna stay with 15 because why not? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These go quickly. 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Easy, right? All right. Grab the dumbbell on the ends or the bell of your kettle. Arms are up and overhead, elbows point forward, upper arms squeeze in by the ears. We let the arms drop behind us, press them straight up overhead. You want to make sure you're getting full extension and not letting the shoulders do the work. This is triceps. So we're trying to keep the upper arms steady and just bend and straighten the elbow. I believe this one is 10. If it's not, you do the right number. 11, 12. If that was more than 12, score. It's a bonus. If it was less than 12, you better do some extras. All right, and then we're gonna set up for those pull-throughs. So get your kettlebell set or your dumbbell. Get yourself into your plank. And here we go. Remember, control. Core is engaged. Shoulders are stabilizing. And they're working. Four. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. All right, we're going to transition onto our backs for our dumbbell pullovers. Grab your weight. You know how to hold it. You know how to focus. Here we go. Take the arms back and overhead, straight up and over the chest. That one's 2. 3. You want to feel a stretch. 4. And then the muscles that are stretching, mentally focus on contracting them to bring that weight back up. 6. 7. 8. If you've not done these before, 9. And you're doing them correctly, 10. They may not feel like much, but you might be surprised and feel these muscles tomorrow or even the day after tomorrow. That one's 11. And 12. So we're all a little different. Some of us experience soreness the day after a workout, and some of us have what is frequently called DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness. I'm one of those. I'll feel things the day after. So anyway, just so that you know, let's go ahead and do our abs. Lean back, lift your feet. Here we go. Right leg, left leg, both legs. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look at that. That's third set down. So we'll prepare here and do our fourth set. And for most of you guys, that will be it. I said we're gonna do 4 sets, but I'm feeling feisty. And so I'm actually gonna do a 5th set. So if you're feeling feisty too, you can hang out with me and we'll do that. Grab a drink if you need one. I'm gonna have a quick sip and then we're gonna get into our 4th set. Might be your final set, might not. Or maybe your 3rd set was your final set. So just as an aside, if you're new to this kind of stuff, maybe 3 sets is all you have time for, or maybe 3 sets is all your body can do, and that's enough. Don't ever feel like you have to do more than you feel like you can. So we want to push ourselves, but not too hard. Not so hard that we injure ourselves. You kind of have to find that middle path. If we don't do enough, we're going to atrophy, which means shrink and get weaker. If we do too much, we might have injury, which is not a good thing. So we want to do the middle path, challenge ourselves and not hurt ourselves. All right, that's enough yakking. Let's grab our weight and do set 4. 15 swings. Ready, here we go. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. Moving right on in to those tricep extensions. You know your form cues here, be mindful. So off we go. There's 1, 2, 3. The tighter you get, 4. The more attentive you have to be, 5 to your form. 6, 7, 8, full extension at the top. 9, 10, make sure you control your weight. 11, and 12. Preparing for pull-throughs. Get your weight set. Get into your plank. And here we go. Pull it under for 1, stabilize. Pull it under for 2, stabilize. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. On your back for your dumbbell pullovers or kettlebell pullovers, depending upon what you're using. All right, here we go, straight arms. Take the weight all the way back, up and over your chest. Control the movement. Focus on the muscles you're contracting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 3 more. 10, 11, and 12. Put the weight off to the side. Come on up to sitting. Let's do those abs. Heck yeah. Here we go. Feet are up. 1, 2, and clap it under both. 1, 2, clap it under both. Right leg, left leg, both legs for 3. Right leg, left leg. 4, right leg, left leg. 5. Awesome. So if 4 rounds is all you had time for today, or you're spent and you're done, hit fast forward. Don't forget to stretch. We'll do that at the end. If, like me, you're feeling a little perky, a little sassy, you want to do it, let's whip in a quick round 5, and then we'll call it a day. So if you're hanging with me on the 5th round, grab your weight. Let's do this. All right, last set of swings. Here we go, 15 of them. Pop those hips. You tighten your buns, stabilizing with the shoulders. Everything's working. "13, 14, and 15, I think." All right, triceps extensions. Here we go. Arms are up and overhead. Remember, elbows close into your head. Don't let the arms splay out to the side. Pay attention to your form. Try and fully extend at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of those babies. Last set of pull-throughs. Get your weight set. All right, here we go. Pull it under for 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're still with me, I'm really proud of you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Transition onto the back. Let's do this last set of pullovers. All right, here we go. Take it up and back. That's 1. So it's no secret that I really love working out. And even if you don't, that one's 3, I promise I'll keep count. Even if you don't love working out, you can love having a stronger, firmer, healthier body. That one's 5. So always focus on positive when you're working out. 7, 8. Your body's listening to you. 9. So appreciate it for its strength. 10. For its discipline. 11. One more time. And for its health. 12. We should never take any of those things for granted. Let's put the weight off to the side. Come on up. And we're going to do this last set for our abs, because these are fun. All right, lean back. These are tap, clap, tuck ups. All right, legs are up. Here we go. Right leg, left leg, and both. Right leg, left leg. That's 2. Right, left. 3, right, left. 4, right, left. And 5. All right, if you did all 5 rounds with me, virtual high five. If you had to quit a little bit earlier, I totally understand, and I applaud you for doing what you need to do. Now that we've finished our circuit, we need to stretch. So let's go ahead and do that. I'd like you to interlace your fingers behind your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together tightly, lift the chest, lift the arms a little bit. You're going to stretch out the chest and the front of the shoulders. Bring one arm in front of you, gently pull it across your chest. You should feel this stretch behind that shoulder blade and in the mid part of your back. Now let's do the other side. Triceps, back of the arm, one arm up and behind your back, just like you did for French presses or overhead tricep extensions, but you're gonna grab your elbow and pull on it. That'll stretch that tricep out, should feel pretty good. By the way, if you wanna kind of lean a little bit, you'll feel it in your lats slightly too, which is nice since we did some lat work. Okay, switch sides, stretch out the tricep, maybe lean a little bit to get some lat stretch. Good. Arms out to the side, flex your wrists, push your hands out and reach back to stretch your biceps. They definitely did some accessory, secondary muscle work today. And we want to thank them for that. Interlace your fingers up and overhead. Press the palms up, lift your chest. Just roll back a little bit till you feel your abdomen stretch. Yep, you did some ab work for sure. Come on up, release your arms, hang on to something if you need to. We're gonna stretch out the front of the hips. So these were involved in a couple of different exercises too. Your kettlebell swings, right? But also your hip flexors got some workout in that ab exercise we did. So you're gonna grab your foot behind your back. I want you to kind of tuck your tailbone under, lift the chest up, pull your knee back, like pull your whole leg back. Then you can start to pull the foot towards your bum, but you want to feel it in the front of your hip as well as the front of your thigh. Let's do the other leg. Same thing, once you grab your foot, tuck the tailbone under, pull the whole leg back, then pull your foot towards your bum. You want to feel it in the front of the hip. And last but not least, hinge at your hips. Fold forward. We're gonna stretch out those hamstrings and glutes. Once you're down and your neck is relaxed, I'd like you to completely straighten your left leg and bend your right knee. You should feel it more intently in your left hamstring. Straighten the right knee, bend your left knee. Now you'll feel it more intently in the right hamstring. Straighten both legs if you can. Maybe lean a little farther forward. And then come on up, because it's time for my silly little trademark ending, because you're gonna give yourself the hand, you're gonna pat yourself on the back, pump your fists, and woo! High five yourself. You did it 4 or 5 rounds of the circuit today. Well done. I'm so glad you joined me. I'll see you next time.